Let me tell you a story. A month ago, I made a video called How to Lock In for the Summer, right? I made that video. You can check it down below. After the video, you know, I'll tell you some backstory if you didn't watch the full video, if you haven't seen it, or if you already have. Pretty much what I said in the video is, okay, so I had these two friends that were pretty much ahead of me in the competition, that were, you know, my age, that I was close to. And, you know, they pretty much had six packs, and, you know, now one of them actually has a girlfriend now, one of them. And the other one is, you know, still living life. He doesn't, but he's still, like, you know, working and progressing to his goals. Now, I remember saying, you know, I'm gonna lock in for that summer as well. And I remember, you know, saying you, the viewer, should also lock in for the summer, right? So here's on a review. There's 1 month left usually for, you know, the kids that go back to school. So usually it will be like in August, or if you're really unlucky, you'll come back to school in July. For me, I just come back somewhere in August. And for any kid that's, you know, going back to school in August or July, but mostly August, you have at least 1 month left to lock in. 1 month. And I'm gonna be honest, alright? I'm gonna be completely honest. I remember in that video, I said I was gonna lock in. Like, I was just gonna, like, you know, beat all my competition and everything. At the beginning, I did, really. Throughout May, I worked extremely hard. And then for the first half week of June, you know, I was fully locked in as well. And then I slacked off because, you know, I found somebody's, like, monk mode plan, like, map. And the plan was pretty much, you know, work for 21 to 28 days of the month, like, extremely hard, go all in. And then for the rest of the days until the month ends, which is usually like 3 or 2 or 4, depending on when you want to stop, that's when your, you know, your monk mode ends, right? And I'm pretty sure I made a video on this too. It's also, I'm pretty sure, let me see if I can find it. It's a full guide one. It's my first guide video that I made. Let me tell you a story. But yeah, it's right here. So it's called How to Rewrite Your Life for the Summer. You know, if you don't know, it's this one right here. This one right here. And pretty much in that video, you know, I also mentioned how to do the monk mode. And honestly, it really helped me a lot though, because in that month I lost so much weight. I started losing fat. It's just like, it was like butter and butter and butter. That's just how the fat went, you know? But then in the video, you know, I said, oh yeah, have those 4 days, right? But then, you know, the guy, if you want to know the guy, is Hamza. He told me that if you're, like, you know, a gamer, if you're a gamer, you can, you know, play video games at the end of the month once you know, done all the hard work. And I tried that, and there was an update in my favorite game. And that was the worst mistake. The first mistake was me thinking I was a gamer. I was like, oh yeah, I'm a gamer. That changed my identity. And then I couldn't recover from that, and that's when everything went downhill. That's when I started to play literally non-stop, and I mean like non-stop throughout June. And that's when my upload schedule has been, you know, bad, and the quality of the videos has been bad as well. Because, like, simply it's just because of that, you know. And I found a way to reverse it. Because, you know, I have a course, you know, I bought a course, $129 a month. And if you know what it is, you know, if you don't, you know. And pretty much what he said is, if you do this course, there's a specific course called the HMP, which stands for Hyper Masculinity Guide. And that guide pretty much is, in short, rewriting your identity, rewriting your past, rewriting your future, rewriting your profile. If you ever heard people on how to stop addictions like porn or video games or whatever, they would say, change your identity, change the person you are. No. The problem with identity is it can be changed anytime. You know, there's identity theft, and that can also be used in self-improvement. You can think you're Andrew Tate, you can think you're Hamza, you can think you're Freshman, you can think you're Iman Gaji, you can think you're Alex Hamosi, you can think all of these successful men, but you'll never be them if you don't put in the work. And, you know, then you realize, or you heard once, oh, but Andrew Tate eats popcorn, and, you know, and pizza and soda on Friday, so I'm gonna keep doing that as well. But then you're like on a low level. Tate's rich. He has muscle. He can easily burn it off without doing anything, because that's just real science. And, you know, that's just him. But you're not him. You have to create your own hyper masculine profile, your own rich man successful. So this is what I want to tell you. Create something, and this is really important. Like, actually, if, you know, if you could just take my advice, just know this. Create your own hyper masculine profile. Okay? What is a hyper masculine profile though? The hyper masculine profile is pretty much you, like you, but with the results you already have. So an HMP, pretty much, in my bro science way, is your current or future self, like the person you want to be. You don't want to be a new person. You don't want to be a new identity. You want to be a new profile. Profiles are permanent, right? Let's say you play, like, I don't know, a video game, Fortnite. If you play Fortnite, you can't change your username, right? You can't, right? You just can't. It's just your profile, you know? So have a profile. Profile you can't change. You can change the accessories, but you can't change your profile, the name. And that's pretty much what it is. So let me show you an example before I tell you how to make it and the results and everything like that. This is my HMP, hyper masculine profile. So pretty much you can see that it's pretty much just, you know, it's Academy of Self in the middle. I'll tell you what that means a little bit. And you can see all those like tags around it, and then the pictures that go with it, and a quote in the bottom, right? So pretty much what that HMP is pretty much who you want to be, the profile you want to be, the profile you currently have, right? That's what you want. And the results of an HMP is massive. You pretty much get the result, right? Once you made your HMP, you pretty much stay as your HMP. You stay as that hyper masculine profile. Why? Because that's your profile. You can't change your profile. You just simply can't. And you can pretty much stay in this, you know, I want to call it a diamond, this diamond that your profile's inside of it as well as you. And it's always going to give you constant reminders. It's always going to tell you, oh, you want this? You want to achieve that? Be that masculine hyper profile and go for it. Achieve that. But don't go to this, because this is the junk food. This is that bad addictions. It's just that thing to keep your accountability nonstop, you know? And, you know, you can literally put it anywhere, because technically I made it in Canvas, so you can just pretty much put it on your phone. I have it on my phone, but it's like sideways because I can't put it like horizontally. I have it on my computer, like I just showed you. And if you're still a loser, right? If you play on a console, I'm calling you out, but I'm also calling myself out, right? But if you play on a console, just change your, if you can, background to that picture, or, you know, change your TV wallpaper if that's even possible, as, you know, your HMP. So how do you make HMP, right? How to make one? So step one is you're gonna open Canvas, right? And I'm just gonna say this so you can have a separate device on the side or something, right? So open Canvas, make a whiteboard blank template. It should say it somewhere there, like it should say create or something. And then add a text, you know, once you made it, and select the whiteboard blank template. Add a text in the middle that says Alchemy of Self with, you know, any text that you like. You know, you could take my example for an example, right? Add the text about your dream or current hyper-masculine profile. Now, like I said, you can make it about your dream masculine profile, your hyper-masculine profile, or you can make it as your current, but like a more advanced one, you know? Then import photos. I usually, you know, I use Pinterest for this. Import photos that relate to those small texts that you put. Like, if you see at my example, I put like, I'm faithful to God, I dress well, I live a disciplined lifestyle, I'm the best soccer player. You know, you add pictures right next to it that relate to it, you know. Now, I would at least put 3 around it. You could put more, of course, but I didn't have much space and I didn't want it to be all clamped up, so I just put 3. And do that for as many texts as you like. You can either put the same amount of text I put, you could put less, you could put more. As long as, you know, you have like a big whiteboard space, so you'll be fine. You can make as much and you'll be fine. Then when you're done, you know, organize it neat and clean. You don't have to like one square. No, just kind of rough like this. Like, you can just make sure it is fully aligned, move the text, maybe move the pictures, blah, blah, blah. And then at the bottom, make a quote that you like, the quote that will remind you to become the hyper masculine profile. For me, I put, if you forgot to be this, which is the hyper masculine profile, it's simply because you forgot your purpose. And that's true. You know, I read this book right here, speaks about purpose and everything. And pretty much if you slack off on your profile, then it's simply because you forgot your purpose. And then after that, you know, once you organize it and put the quote, blah, 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 save it and put it as your wallpaper. And there you go. That's it. Just save it and put it as your wallpaper. And this value is, you know, worth a lot, because I watched an entire course on it, right? I watched an entire course on it, and there's still more in that course, but I don't want to tell everything, right? I still need my people coming in, right? But yeah, just make one, put it as your wallpaper, and then what do you do next? Follow your purpose and achieve everything on what's on your hyper masculine profile, and your life and You know, I promise you this, your life will fully lock in for the remaining month that you have until you go back to school. But let me tell you, you can't just solely rely on it. You also have to put in the work. It's not just like, oh, boom, no, look, now I'm all of a sudden losing weight from doing nothing. No, it takes work. It takes time, right? And I want to give you an actionable step right now. In a month, and I'll say come back like on August, like the first week of August, right? Come back and comment, how did he do on your HMP, right? Comment, how did he do, and did it go well? Did you follow it? And if you did, if you at least achieved 50% of it, be proud of yourself. If you did maybe 40, okay. But if you didn't achieve, if you achieved below 25% of it, you didn't lock in. Locking in is achieving more than 50%. If anything, true locking in is going beyond 100%. 101. And that's all, bro. Just remember that, alright? And if, you know, for anybody that comes back actually in a month, I don't know, I'll put you as, I'll like your comment, I'll put it in a community post or something, I don't know. But yeah, that's it, bro. Take care, and see you soon.